Good evening. Good evening. It's been a while since I've been on. I've gone through some, I've gone through a lot of changes, a lot of changes, and been really busy with life in general and with work and all kinds of stuff and things like that. Um, and sometimes I just need quiet time. I haven't had a lot of quiet time. Yeah, I haven't had a lot of quiet time lately. I haven't had a lot of free time lately. The time that I have had, I've taken it just for me. I haven't shared with anyone about 99% of the things I've gone through. I went through my 1 year day. I'm not going to call it an anniversary because an anniversary to me is something that's happy. It was my 1 year day. And the next day was the date that signified by its numeric value, it signified new beginnings. And I took it. I took it to mean that. Okay, the light might be good like this, but I don't like it. Alexa, turn off Office.
Okay.
Well, I don't even like that either. So, anyway, so I got through that day. It was hard. I have a man friend that's been through this. And the next day he said, how was it? How did you do? How are you? He asked about me. He asked about how did you do? He asked, it was more about, are you okay? How did you handle it? And what are you doing about it? So I think that's very good because it's important that we ask about the person that's going through it. There's a difference in going through, like when my dad passed, it was a different feeling. It was a different perspective. It was a different everything because he was my dad, number one. Number two, he was my best friend. Three, I called him as much as I could. And anytime I needed him for something, he came. But then when I was 35 and he passed, that was hard. But then my husband passed, and I'm like, wow, my first one. I think I freaked out. I think I freaked out a whole lot, and I just didn't show it. Or it looked like I was just normal because I was functioning. But it took me a long time. It took me about 5 years to be where I was truly functioning and I felt normal. Robert was there during that time, and he got to see me normal. But not for long because even that got taken away. Got taken away by his sickness, not by him, by the sickness. It got taken away by all kinds of things. And then he got taken away. And I've had to make it day by day. missing him. I'm not crying as much as I was. I still cry some. I was in the garage earlier and I was crying just because I miss him. I miss dancing in the kitchen. I miss holding his hand. I miss the bazillions of hugs that we had every day. I don't think we passed by each other even once that we didn't hug. I miss the silly jokes. I miss him telling me all the different ways that you can get pregnant. And I tell people those stories that he told me, or I make them up just as ridiculous as he does, and I did, and I tell them to people just just to make them laugh and to make me laugh, and that's so fun, you know, sitting outside the women's changing room at a store. That's how you get pregnant. Just ridiculous. Watching a Hallmark movie in your living room. That's how you get pregnant. My gosh. Oh, goodness. He would tell me all kinds of things. And those probably are not his. I wish I'd have wrote all those ways down. That would have been amazingly funny to write and for people to read. Some people might have taken it as truth. So I just miss the funny ways that he would do things. He always made me laugh. Every day was an opportunity to make me laugh. And he accomplished that, still does. I miss that he doesn't get to see our business succeed. I miss the way he used to look at me with his glasses on. Oh, goodness. I miss a lot about him. I miss him. And I have spent a lot of time this past month, or the month of August, trying to work through that. I have worked a lot. I've had some ups and some not so ups and some downs. I applied for Massive Masters, which is it's commercial real estate syndication training. I had a sponsor, and at the last week, he pulled out. My sponsorship was gone, and at a networking event, I was told, you have to leave. But not before I met a couple of people. I'm pretty quick to go meet people, but that was embarrassing. But I was like, okay, well, God, you've got something better for me. The next day, I had all kinds of good news. Then I think think it was, yeah, last week I was asked by one of my business partners that um, to call somebody and ask them if they wanted one of the duplexes that we have available. And they said, I'm glad you called. I was about to call you. I have a deal that I've been working on for 7 months or 7+ months that got snatched out from under me. And I was like, I don't know why. There was no explanation. It was just, no, we're going in a different direction. You're not coming, da da da. And I'm like, okay. I was kind of like, Lord, that's not fair. Well, when I called them up to ask if they wanted to purchase the duplexes for an investment property, I was told, I'm so glad you called. I was just about to call you. We want you back. Like, oh, okay. I said, well, send me the stuff in an email. I'll look it over and I will let you know. And they did. I was going to let them know this weekend. I was in Austin at my friend's house. I took my laptop with me and it wasn't working. I'm like, no, 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 no. You have got to work. So they called me today and I told them yes. I'm in. I told them yes, I'm in on 40 new construction units. Multifamily units. And then I got a Zoom call today at 1:00. I was sitting in Costco. The beauty of my work. I was sitting in Costco on one of their couches, waiting for my tires to be finished rotating. And I get this call, and I had received I received an email last Friday, Thursday, Friday, something like that. And I said, hey, just uh, let's get on a Zoom call and go from there. I dealt with Mother last week a lot. He calls me up today and wants to know if I can capital raise for him for 300 units, multifamily units. I'm like, wow, I just kind of giggled because he wants it in about 2.5 weeks. I kind of giggled because it sounds kind of funny, but at the same time, it's like, God, nothing's impossible with you. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? And I called I called a few people. One of them said, I got a buddy that's looking for something like that. Let me call him. And I said, okay. So I emailed the stuff over to the pitch deck over to him, and he's emailed it. I'm eager to see what his buddy has to say. God said that he's going to bless me this year. My goal is to be debt free before the end of this year. All debts, all my debts, all debts. And I want to go on a trip somewhere. I have a passport. I can go. Wow. All things are possible. All things are possible with God. When He opens doors for you, walk through them. Just say yes and walk through. You don't even have to know what it is that you're walking into. It's going to be good. I've been going to my friend's house in Pflugerville. Robert would say it Pflugerville because that's the way it's spelled. Pflugerl, I don't know. It's Pflugerville, Texas, and I've been going to her house and staying, and it's so peaceful. I told the Lord on the way down there, I'm going to spend time with you. I'm going to get up early in the morning, and I've got questions, and I want to hear answers. I've got all kinds of things that are going on in me, and things that are right, and things that need to be corrected and put in their place, and stuff like that. And He delivered. On the way down there, I was listening to a podcast. It's called The Deep End by Welch. Taylor Welch. And wow, there's so many things that were said in that podcast. I was amazed. And at the very end, it started talking to me about the things that were going on. It was like they were describing my life and my situation. I haven't been able to make up my mind about things, and so I don't even know how to explain it. I don't know how to put it in words, so I'm not going to. But they described it and said, this is what's going on if these things are happening to you. And I was like, wow, okay. So I prayed some, but I got up the next morning. I was going down to go to a meeting, an lady investor meeting. Those are the best kind, y'all. Those are the best kind. You find out a lot about ladies in their investing habits, but you also find out uh, just a lot about them. That reminds me, I need to call one of them tonight. But I went down there, and I got up early the next morning around 4. And as I got up out of the bed and I started walking across the room, I wrote all this stuff down. And the Lord just started giving me this song, which He does a lot. He gives me songs, and they just sing all day long. You ever had a song that's stuck? You're stuck on it, and you just can't get rid of it. Man, sometimes. Okay, here we go. So I was praying for a friend of mine when I was in Austin, and I was kind of praying for myself too. So I woke up that morning, and I got my coffee, and I went outside to pray. But while I was walking out of my room, I heard these words of a song. When I fall to my knees, you're the one who pulls me up again. It doesn't matter how many times you fall. It doesn't matter if you fall on your face, fall on your knees, or fall on your butt. God is the one that picks you up again. He always does. God surrounds you with angels on assignment. And I was telling my friend that I was praying for, and for myself, that's what I'm believing. I believe that angels on assignment protect us. I drive in all kinds of traffic, so I believe that they protect us from others and from ourselves. There were a few cars I didn't see this past weekend. I'm like, ooh, that had to be God to protect me on that one. I was asking for wisdom because I want to make wise decisions. I want to make wise choices in everything that I do. I want to hear, not just hear God's voice. I want to hear it, listen for it, and listen to his voice. And then he said, my future is bright and secure, so live adventurously expectant of all the good that is coming, because God has given me a glorious inheritance and my future is secure in him. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments. Y'all have a good night. If you like the content that I do, you could like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let me know. Leave me a comment. Okay. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.